Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Sassy Love Tarot. In today's reading, we are going to be channeling through your future selves to let you know about a situation that is currently on your mind that you are worried about or something that you are anxious about. And basically, I would say whatever situation that you have in mind when you clicked on this reading, that is the thing that we are going to be exploring with your future selves today. And I want to keep this reading very open. So basically, my intention is to directly channel through your future selves and just allow them to give us some information regarding the situation, and then maybe let us know how it's going to be resolved or what you could do to make sure that you can navigate through the situation safely and easily. And basically, the way that I am going to be doing this is that once you have chosen your group or your groups, I will be diving right in with tarot cards. And then once we're done with tarot, I'll also be shuffling some oracle cards to see if your future selves want to give any additional guidance and or advice after they've given us information and explanations on the situation that you're asking about. So if all of that sounded good to you, let's get right into your options. Option number 1 here corresponds to the I let go of all that no longer serves me card, along with this piece of citrine. Option number 2 here corresponds to the I trust my inner voice card, along with this piece of rose quartz. And option number 3 here corresponds to the I am mindful at all times and live only within each moment I have card, along with this piece of rhodochrosite. Now, as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. This is another example where it is perfectly fine for you to be drawn to more than one group or even all of the groups, because it is quite possible that you might have different information, different messages waiting for you across different groups, or maybe you just have different situations that you want to ask about. So feel free to follow your intuition. It always leads you to the right place. Also, this is a timeless pick card, which means whenever you clicked on this reading, it is meant for you to watch it at that specific moment of time. Now, with all that being said, let's get right into your readings. Hey loves, if you have chosen this I let go of all that no longer serves me card along with this piece of citrine crystal, then this is going to be your reading today. Welcome. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, we're just gonna dive right in with tarot cards to channel through your future self and get some information about the situation that you have in mind. So whatever situation that you're worried about, that you're anxious about, whatever it is that you want to ask about today, just keep that thing in your mind as I shuffle. And we're going to be asking your future selves to come through, my dear group number ones, to let us know what is going on with this situation. What should you know about the situation? What should you know, my dear group number ones? So, my dear group number ones, future selves, please come through to shed some light on this particular situation that's currently on my dear group number one's mind. Let's see. What should my dear group number ones know about this thing that they might be worried about? Okay, we have the Death card in reverse, and we have the Page of Swords card in the upright. Let's shuffle some more. My dear group number one's future selves, so what should my dear group number ones know about this thing that they're asking about the situation that they are curious about? All right. Okay, we have the World card in the upright position. I want to get 2 more cards and then we'll clarify. All right. Let's see here. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, let me make sure all of the cards are in frame. Yes, they are. All right. And now I'm going to clarify all of these cards. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Now, my dear group number 1's future selves, can we please clarify the Death card in reverse? All right, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Page of Swords in the upright, I feel like, oops, I was gonna say that when we were shuffling, well, we're still shuffling, but when I was shuffling earlier, I feel like the cards were coming out relatively slowly. So perhaps this is something that's been bothering you, that's been going on for a while. How about the World? Can we clarify the World, please? My dear group number 1's future selves. What's going on? Why is the World card here, please? Let's do that again. Can we please get 1 card to clarify the World? Ooh, all right, there we go. We've got the Moon card in reverse. Okay, it does seem like some sort of release will happen pretty soon. How about the Knight of Pentacles, please, Spirit? All right, we have the Queen of Swords. I do feel like the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, these are probably going to be representing your energy, or like you will be stepping into this type of energy pretty soon. And last but not least, let's clarify the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. And okay, this is quite fitting. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out in the reverse position, clarifying the Knight of Wands. And on the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant card coming out in the reverse position. Okay. So my dear group number 1's, I feel like there are a couple of different things that your future selves are coming through to highlight here. The first important point being highlighted here is that whatever the situation is that you're asking about, I do feel like this situation is present in your life for you to experience a deep learning, a deep transformation. Now, with the card, I let go of all that no longer serves me, I feel like maybe one of the reasons why you've chosen this group is because you yourselves might have already realized that the situation at hand is no longer serving you, and you might feel called to let go of the situation that is not bringing you any fulfillment. And also, I do feel like there is a sense of you, through this experience, you're gaining more confidence. You're also gaining a lot more conviction in your own way of doing things. Because when I saw that the back of the deck energy is represented by the Hierophant in reverse, this makes me think of something unconventional. This makes me think of someone who's traveling down a path that is less traveled. Someone choosing to do something different, choosing to do something unique, and kind of deviating from the masses. And with the crystal that you were drawn to being the citrine crystal does remind me of our solar plexus chakra, and it's all about our confidence as well. So I do feel like through this experience, you will be building up your own self-confidence, your conviction in doing things in a way that is satisfying to yourself without necessarily caring too much about what other people might think or what other people might do in the same situation. And then I think with your reading being started off with the Death card in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this is your future selves coming through to let you guys know that this is a situation that you are meant to experience by yourselves. I feel like perhaps a lot of you are feeling a little bit isolated at the current moment. Perhaps you are feeling a little bit helpless, or maybe for some of you, you might even feel like people around you are not really understanding what you're going through, like they are not able to offer you a helping hand. Or maybe for some of you, you're actively experiencing other people trying to put you down or other people trying to sabotage you. Because with the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, there is some sort of a disharmony kind of going on, right? And I do feel like with this card being in reverse, it's like this is a transformation that you are meant to experience without external help, without help from other people. Because when the Three of Pentacles is in the upright, it reminds me of a collaborative effort. And here I'm really feeling kind of a Seven of Wands sort of energy where you are the person chosen to fight this battle, and you have to fight this battle on your own because this is your own lesson to learn. This is your own thing that you need to work through. And here with the Death card in reverse, we do have the keyword inner purging. So perhaps for some of you, this is an internal process that you need to go through. This is something within yourselves that you need to work through. Maybe there are certain limiting beliefs that you need to shed. Maybe there are certain self-sabotaging patterns that you need to stop engaging in. It really feels to me that this is something that you need to work through by yourselves. And also, as I was talking about how there's like an energy of you releasing an old pattern, of you letting go, I noticed that on this card, we have a full moon here. And as some of you might know, the full moon is a cycle during which it's really one of the best timings for us to release certain energies, because at full moon, the energies come to a culmination and then they dissipate. So as full moon approaches, it is good for you to release old energies, to let go of things that no longer serves you. And that's exactly what this card is all about. And with the Death card in reverse here, I do feel like this is an ongoing process that is still not quite over yet for a lot of you. And perhaps that is why you are here watching this reading. Maybe you're wanting some clarity on this process. And here I do see that energies will be shifting for you pretty significantly. And I feel like they might actually be happening for you relatively soon, because immediately following the Death card, we do have the Page of Swords coming out along with the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Swords always reminds me of a messenger. And look at this particular Page of Swords, like they're kind of they have their hand over their eyes, and it's like they're looking out into the future, they're looking out into the horizon. So I do feel like for those of you who have been waiting on a piece of news, who've been waiting to hear back from someone or some organization, you will be hearing back, and you'll be hearing some positive news that will bring you a new beginning, that will allow you to really showcase your talent, to really build a path of your own. And here again, I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse, we talked about how you might be traveling down a path that's less traveled, that is a little bit different from what other people might do. And here with the Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like this is talking about you embarking on that path. So this new beginning, I would say it's right around the corner. The Page of Swords is air energy, and air is the element that moves the fastest within tarot. And if you are watching this reading when it's first uploaded, then we're right in the middle of Gemini season, and Gemini is an air sign. So for some of you, maybe you will be hearing back within this month, within Gemini season, and you will be offered a new opportunity, a new job, a new like here we have new material offer. So I do feel like this is something that at least has the potential of helping you build your own thing, helping you create your own thing, build your own empire, create your own business, or yeah, I just feel like with this Ace of Pentacles here, it's something that's going to offer you wealth. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be material wealth, but with the Pentacles being the earth energy, there is definitely an emphasis on the materialistic aspect, the 3D aspect of this thing. So I would say that this is quite a significant opportunity for some of you to really start off something that maybe you've been wanting for quite some time. Like with this Page of Swords here, I really feel like they've been looking forward. They've been waiting for this thing for a while, and now they're finally hearing back. Now they're finally seeing this new path, this new door opening up for them. And as this new path, as this new door opens up for you, I see you experiencing clarity. Like, I really like the fact that we have the moon in reverse centering your reading along with the world card. So the world can talk about the completion of a certain cycle, of us having finished something and then moving on to a new chapter. And with the moon here, we have release of fear. We have secrets being revealed, truth being exposed. And I do feel like the key here is like the release of something, because previously we had that energy with the Death card in reverse. It seems like the purging or the release has not been fully accomplished yet, but your future selves are coming through to tell you all that this is happening for you quite soon. And with the moon, this is a card that reminds me of Cancer energy. So maybe the Cancerian season would be significant for some of you. And again, if you are watching this reading when it's first uploaded, Cancer season is right after Gemini. So it is pretty soon as well. And the fact that we have the World card here, we have all the fixed signs being represented. And right after Cancer, we have Leo, which is a fixed sign. So basically, if you are watching this when it's first uploaded, the next 3 to 4 months might be when this transition is happening and when it's like culminating into something big for you. And even if you are watching this at a later date, because this is a timeless reading, I would still say that perhaps this is an indication that, well, like maybe these signs are significant, or perhaps the next 3 to 4 months would be a significant time period for you to experience this death moment, and then for you to have this full release of fear, of negative self-talk, of limiting beliefs, etc. For you to experience the completion of an old cycle, for you to start off a new journey. Now, with the World card here, I also see that perhaps some of you are receiving recognition for the work that you've done, because the World card can talk about popularity, it can talk about publicity as well. So maybe for some of you, you are going to have an opportunity to step up and be seen by other people. Like you're literally going to be moving up in the world. You're like being seen by the world. And there is a sense of you having achieved something significant, whether that is an external achievement, like you've won an award, you've got a promotion, or an internal achievement where you literally released this past traumatic event that has been creating blockages in your current life for the longest time. It doesn't really matter what the nature of that achievement is. I just see that there is like a significant thing that you are achieving that is going to bring you something completely fresh, something completely new, that's going to be opening up a lot more potential and possibilities for you, my dear group number ones. And as I am channeling these messages, I am getting excited. I feel like your future selves are very excited as they come through to show you this picture of what's going on. They're like literally coming through to give you a snapshot of what will be going on, and they're coming through to let you know that you will succeed. You don't have to worry. Because when we have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords, when we have two court cards of the swords, I do feel like maybe for a lot of you, my dear group number ones, you are thinkers, you're in your head a lot. And perhaps during this specific period of time, you will be living in your head quite a lot. You will be worrying quite a lot. You will be overthinking. And your future selves are coming through to let you know that it is okay for you to have certain worries, but you don't have to over worry yourselves. It is okay for you to feel a little bit intimidated by the future, but they are literally coming through to let you know that they've already moved out of whatever energies that are like keeping you stuck right now. And what I also found quite interesting here is the fact that we have two knights coming out together next to each other. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles being the upright and the Knight of Wands being the reverse. And I really feel like these are kind of guidance cards or like advice coming through from your future selves. They are kind of encouraging you to embody more of the earth energy, the pentacles energy, being with this Knight Pentacles being in the upright position, it feels to me that in this particular chapter of your story, you are being encouraged by your future selves to take a practical approach to look at what you are experiencing, especially with this new opportunity coming up for you. I do feel like your future selves are encouraging you to work slow and steady. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, because the Knight of Pentacles, this is the slowest moving knight within the 4 knights in tarot, but this is also the most reliable knight. So this is someone who sets their goal and then they're literally committed to showing up every single day, even though they might only accomplish 5%, 3%, or just 1% of the work during that particular day. They're committed to showing up every day to make sure that they ultimately reach what they want to achieve. So I do see that consistency and patience and dedication, those are the qualities being emphasized here by your future selves to you, my dear group number ones. I do think that you are being called to stay very, very grounded, because you might also have a tendency of feeling overexcited, especially with this new path opening up for you. I feel like for a lot of you, maybe this is something that you've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And because of that, when you see that there is this new hope, you might feel like you need to rush into it. And the downside of that is that you might not be able to make decisions with a very clear mind. You might also experience burnout if you do not kind of ration your energies properly. And that's what I'm seeing here with this Knight of Wands. Like this seems to be like an alternative possibility. Like your future selves are saying that you might be wanting to embody this Knight of Wands energy, but they're letting you know that if you do choose to be this Knight of Wands, you're not actually going to end up going faster towards your goal. And instead, you might actually feel frustrated because you're not going to be moving as fast as you expected. And the reason for that is energies need time to be fully aligned. And with this Wheel of Fortune coming out in the reverse, clarifying this Knight of Wands, I do feel like there are certain subtle shifts happening behind the scene, and your future selves are coming through to emphasize that divine timing is at work for you in this particular situation. So if you have been feeling quite impatient, or if you notice yourselves in the next couple of months feeling very impatient, feeling very frustrated about this situation, I do think your future selves are coming through to tell you that, well, it is because the timing is not quite right. It's not the right time yet. Like this good thing that you want, it is going to come, but you're not going to be able to get to it any faster than what the divine timing allows you. So basically, you're really being called to keep a really like being level-headed and being calm, seeing the bigger picture, and again, just having that really patient energy, making sure that you're showing up consistently, making sure that you are putting in the effort accordingly. However, also try to make sure that you're not letting your passionate side dominate your decisions too much. With the Queen of Swords here, this is someone who makes decisions based on their intelligence, based on strategy. they're really level-headed. They're not blindsided by emotions or passionate pursuits. And I do think this is the type of energy that you will need, my dear group number ones, in order for you to navigate through this transition successfully. And ultimately, I do think that you will be overcoming whatever challenge there is being present to you, and just really embark on this new journey that's going to bring you fulfillment, that's going to lead you down a very unique path that is meant for you, my dear group number ones. So those are all the messages that I am seeing within your tarot cards. And now I want to shuffle another oracle deck to see whether your future selves want to come through with any additional guidance and or advice for you. So if you have any specific questions for your future selves, you can keep those questions in mind as I shuffle as well. So let's see here. My dear group number one's future selves, what else would you like to say to my dear group number ones? Any additional guidance and or advice for my dear group number ones? All right, let's see. We have surrender to the beauty of the natural world, take a relaxing break, and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. This is quite a literal piece of advice, but I do feel like the implication here is asking you to enjoy the journey, asking you to enjoy the process, because this card kind of reminds me of someone when they're like traveling down a path, they only have their end destination, their end goal in mind, and they're ignoring this like very scenic route, this very beautiful naturalistic route that they're taking. And here I feel like with this card, your future selves are coming through to say that, well, whilst you're traveling down this path, it is okay for you to stop occasionally to look at the flowers, to look at the trees, to enjoy the aroma, the floral scents, to enjoy the birds singing in the forest, and just basically making sure that while you are keeping your mind focused on the end goal, you're also allowing yourselves some respite. And that is going to help you keep your energies leveled. And then we have surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So I do feel like this might be talking about this new opportunity that you've been really looking forward to. Again, this is that Hierophant in reverse energy. Maybe for some of you, you might experience people telling you that, no, it's not practical or it's too risky for you to take this path. And here I do feel like your future selves are confirming to you that this decision that you're making the right decision for yourself, and don't be swayed by other people. You do not have to listen to every single piece of advice from people around you, especially when the advice is unsolicited. I do feel like for some of you, you might be getting some unsolicited advice or comments, and your future selves are basically saying you can feel free to ignore them if you wish to do that. And let's get one more, please. Oh, and I'm noticing that there is a butterfly right here on this card, and butterfly reminds me of a rebirth as well, big transition, metamorphosis. So that's that death card energy that we saw at the very beginning. And then last but not least, we have surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. I feel like for a lot of you, you are healing some sort of past wounds, some sort of past trauma as you shed your old skins, as you get rid of certain blockages and hurdles that you're experiencing. Like you're embodying a new version of yourselves, and you are surrendering to healing yourselves. And that's how you transform. That's how you close your old chapters, your old cycles, to embark on this new journey. And also, what I'm seeing here is that you are being called to take care of yourselves, my dear group number one. Whether that's physically, emotionally, or spiritually, it is important for you all to take care of yourselves as you embark on this journey, and your future selves are here to support you alongside this journey, my dear group number ones. And I believe those are all the messages that I am seeing for you here today, my dear group number ones. Thank you so much for being here, for watching the video, for listening to the reading, and most importantly, for sharing your energies with me. It has been an absolute honor for me having been able to channel through all of these messages for you, and I do hope that the reading turned out to be helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. If it did resonate for you, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you'll never miss a reading that I upload in the future, and don't forget to click on that notification bell so that you'll get notified every time when I upload a new reading. I usually upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if you would like to connect with me elsewhere, I do have an Instagram, and I have started to try to post more regularly. I've left my Instagram information down below, so if you are also on Instagram and want to connect, please don't be shy and just connect with me there. And for those of you who might be interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can reach me via email. I left my email address down below in the description box as well, or just DM me on Instagram. And I really look forward to connecting with those of you who are interested in personal readings. Again, thank you so much. I am sending you a lot of love, a lot of well wishes. I wish you all the best and the most fantastic life journey. And I hope to see you again very soon in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey loves, if you have chosen this card with I Trust My Inner Voice, along with this piece of rose quartz, then this is going to be the reading for you today. Welcome. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, I'm just going to dive right in with the tarot cards to figure out what your future selves would like for you to know about the situation that you might currently be anxious about or worried about. So just keep that situation in your mind as I shuffle your cards. For my dear group number twos, I'm channeling through my dear group number two's future selves and see what should my dear group number twos know about this particular situation that they have in mind currently, that they might be worried about, that they might be anxious about. All right, let's see. What's our first card? All right, we have the 10 of Cups coming out to start off your reading. Interesting. All right, let's get some more cards. So what should my dear group number twos know about this situation? Can you please come through, my dear group number two's future selves? What should I... Ooh, wow, okay. We've got the Tower card. And the card literally jumped out. So it does seem like there's... it feels like there's going to be some sort of very significant shift. Let's see. So what should my dear... Oops. All right. Let's see here. We've got the 4 of Wands. Okay. I do feel like maybe for some of you, you are asking about a connection with a loved one or romantic interest, but let's get all your cards out. So my dear group number, two's future selves, can you please come through? Or should my group number two's know? Oh, wow, okay. Let's see. Interesting. We've got the 8 of Swords, and then we also have the 4 of Cups. Okay. Make sure all of these cards are in frame. And yes, they are. Okay. Let me clarify the 10 of Cups, please, Spirit. So, my dear group number, two's future selves, can we please clarify the 10 of Cups? What's the 10 of Cups? Why is the 10 of Cups here? Okay, we've got the 6 of Cups clarifying the 10 of Cups. Okay, I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this is a soulmate connection that you're asking about. How about the Tower? Why is the Tower here, please? Clarifying the Tower. Please, can we please clarify the Tower? All right. Okay, we've got the 3 of Swords along with the Fool card in reverse. How about the 4 of Wands, please? Why is the 4 of Wands here? What is the 4 of Wands, please? Okay, we've got the 2 of Swords in reverse. Can we please clarify the 8 of Swords, please? Clarifying the 8 of Swords. We've got the Death card in reverse. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then I want to clarify this 4 of Cups. Can we please clarify? Okay. Oops. Let's see here. All right, we've got the 6 of Wands in reverse. Clarifying the 4 of Cups. Okay. All right. And on the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords coming out in the upright. Okay, beautiful. So my dear group number 2s, let's dive right into your reading here. So, oh, excuse me. I do see that for a lot of you, as I mentioned earlier, I do feel like for a lot of you, you are asking about a romantic connection or a soulmate connection. And I definitely see that this connection has been very promising for a lot of you. And I would say that for many of you, you really do see that there is a lot of potential in this connection. We do have the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups opening up your readings. And these 2 cards are really painting a beautiful picture in which we could see that there is a very beautiful connection between 2 soulmates. There might be even a past life connection. And I wouldn't be surprised if you feel extremely drawn to this other person, this other individual when you first met. And you might even feel like you've known them before. There might be a sense of familiarity that you can't really explain, and that really points to a certain type of soul connection. So I could definitely see some of you having that with this other individual. And I also can see that you might have already gone through a very happy period of time with this other individual. You might have shared a lot of great memories with this other person. And maybe in your heart, you really feel drawn to deepen your commitment with this other individual. However, with the Tower card here being clarified by the Three of Swords along with the Full card in reverse, I can also see that perhaps something unexpected has happened. And here with the Tower, it usually is something that comes as a surprise that's not necessarily very pleasant. It could be something that really shattered your previous conception, your previous perception of your connection with this other individual. It might have really shattered your dreams, your visions about where this connection is heading towards in terms of the future between you and this other person. And I could also see that because of this Tower moment, because of this thing that happened quite unexpectedly, you've gone through some sort of deep disappointment. You've gone through some sort of a heartbreak. I would not be surprised if this was a really painful process where you had to endure a lot of sorrows, where you had to endure a lot of grief, a lot of hurt. You might have lost something that you held really dear to your heart, and that could be this connection with this other person. And here, with the Full card in reverse, we do have being unprepared as a keyword on this card. And I really feel like that's emphasizing that many of you were really kind of on cloud nine. You were really immersed into this very happy, fulfilling, emotional connection. And all of a sudden, when this unexpected accident or unexpected thing came through, your world might have felt like it's been turned upside down for a lot of you. And again, that's not a very nice feeling. And personally, I've had a very similar experience with another individual that I had a really deep connection with as well. So, and I remember getting a reading done before the Tower moment happened, when I was like really, really into that other person. And I thought that we could potentially have some form of a future together. And I was really looking forward to getting my reading done. And then the Tower card appeared, and I was kind of taken aback. And very, very soon after that, indeed, a Tower moment happened and everything kind of fell apart. It took me quite some time to move on from what happened. But I just want to say that when the Tower appears in a reading, it does indicate a very significant shift of energy that's almost unavoidable. And I do feel like the Tower moment is here in this reading. It is meant to be to teach you something. You ultimately, well, you might have gotten hurt, or you might get hurt by this moment if it hasn't happened for you yet, but ultimately when you're looking back in the future, you notice that this tower moment actually was meant to be there to teach you a certain something. It's just that when you're experiencing it, sometimes it is quite hard to embrace it, to just let it happen for you. But with the card, I trust my inner voice being the card that you were drawn to when you were selecting your group, I do feel like, my dear group number twos, you all are a highly intuitive bunch. You might have a really strong intuition, and perhaps one of the reasons why you are here today watching this reading is because you've had an inkling telling you that something might happen, or if it has already happened, perhaps you've had an inkling, you've seen it coming even before this tower moment came for you. And this is only a confirmation for a lot of you, my dear group number twos. And then I also think it is quite interesting that we have the Four of Wands here, clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse. It does feel like for a lot of you, you do have a really significant soul connection with this other individual. Your future selves are coming through to confirm to you that this is indeed your soulmate or your twin flame, or just whatever label you resonate with. I do feel like your future selves are coming through to confirm to you that your inner voice, your inner guidance is correct. And there is a lot of potential in this connection. However, I can also see that right now, this connection might be at a stalemate. You might have reached a dead end in this connection, and you don't really see how things are going to work out for you. But what is quite promising here that I am seeing is the fact that you have the Knight of Swords being the back of the deck energy. So I interpret the back of the deck energy as an energy that's overarching your entire reading. So when I saw the Knight of Swords being here, this reminds me of something being dealt with quite swiftly. So I do think for a lot of you, my dear group number twos, your future selves are coming through to tell you that this difficult period, the impact of this tower moment might not last as long as you perceived it to be. It is quite possible that you could deal with this situation in a very swift manner. But I also see that in order for you to move out of this stalemate, in order for you to move out of this deadlock, you have some work that you need to go through first. So here we have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups. These two cards actually came out side by side. They came out together. And I really feel like these cards might kind of describe your state of being, whether that's currently or maybe in the recent past or in the near future. So with the Eight of Swords here, I do see that a lot of you are being trapped in your own mental prison. You have essentially created a lot of self-limiting beliefs that are keeping you in this deadlock, that are keeping you in this stalemate, where you feel like you cannot move forward, where you feel like you don't have a way out, where you don't see a way out. However, that's only an illusion, because when we think about the card Eight of Swords, this is a card that really talks about our mental blockages. So things that only exist in our mind. And these difficulties, these challenges, they don't necessarily really exist in your 3D reality. If you choose to let go of the limiting beliefs that are stopping you in your own mind, you actually can find a way out. You are the only person hindering yourself. You're the only person stopping yourself from moving forward. That is the Eight of Swords energy. And what's quite significant here is that we have the Death card in reverse. So the Death card, when it's in the upright, it can talk about a deep transformation. It can talk about a very significant transition. It's death and rebirth. It's closing of an old chapter and opening up of a new chapter. It's you shedding old skins and embracing new energies. However, when it's reversed, it can talk about stagnation. It can talk about a new beginning being hindered. And I really do feel like here with the Eight of Swords, your future selves are coming through to remind you that this tower moment happened in order for you to shed some old skins. This tower moment happened in order for you to grow, in order for you to learn. However, you are in some way, shape, or form holding on to the past. You are holding on to certain limiting beliefs that are stopping you from closing out your old chapters and embracing the new. Essentially, there is a strong resistance from your inner self, resisting the change, resisting this move forward. And as long as you stay within this Eight of Swords energy, you cannot move out of the stalemate. You cannot move out of that deadlock that might have resulted from the tower moment between you and this other person. And I do want to say that there is a lot of potential between you and this other individual. Whatever happened, whatever transpired between the two of you, with the Four of Swords centering your reading, I feel like this connection is not over. You and this person, you are meant to be in each other's lives, to teach each other some really important lessons. And the Four of Wands also reminds me of a reunion. So if currently you and this person are in separation, I do see that there is a potential for reunion in the future. And that might happen in the form of someone reaching out. Because the Knight of Swords reminds me of someone who's very direct with their communication, who's very determined to reach their goal. They're charging towards what they want, and they're not letting anything stop them. So I do see that there is potential for the energies to flow, but what you need to do first is to get yourselves out of this Eight of Swords energy. If you stay here, no one can help you. If you stay within this Eight of Swords energy, you are going to keep yourself stuck. And then we also have the Four of Cups being clarified by the Six of Wands in reverse. So I do see that perhaps for a lot of you, you need some me time. You might need some time away from the crowd. You might need some time away from the public to really reflect on what has happened. And that is necessary. I do feel like in order for you to move beyond this Eight of Swords energy, you need some me time. You need some self-reflection. You need some introspection to give yourselves a different perspective on what has happened, to reflect on what has transpired, to reflect on what could have been done differently. And I also feel like you might need to reconnect with your emotions in order for you to get out of your mind. Because right now I see that for a lot of you, you might be really living in your head. You might be thinking a lot. You might be analyzing a lot. You might be ruminating over what has happened, what's going on, and what will be happening. You might have induced a lot of anxiety for yourselves. And here I feel like you kind of need to withdraw from all that. You need to shut off your mind, shut off your logical mind, and really reconnect with your heart space, reconnect with your emotions. There's something here that you are not seeing. Something like this cup being offered to you. I feel like the Four of Cups always reminds me of someone not seeing something that's right in front of them. And I really feel like that might be some of your energies, my dear group number 2s. You might be stuck in a place where you're literally not seeing what's right in front of you. And also, for those of you who are feeling a lack of confidence because of what happened, I see that your future selves are coming through to tell you that it is very normal. It is absolutely okay for you to experience certain setbacks or failures, quote unquote, in a connection. You might have set certain standards for yourselves and you might have been disappointed by the way that things turned out. But one of the things you are supposed to learn here is that you need to allow things to unfold naturally. You need to allow things to happen for you. And perhaps because of what happened here with this Tower moment, you might be feeling like you are not good enough. Maybe you're feeling like you have failed because of what happened. And your future selves are coming through to let you know that it is time for you to get out of that limiting mindset. It is time for you to see what is right in front of you. It is time for you to see your own value and to understand what exactly it is that you want from this other individual, from this connection, but most importantly, what you are expecting for yourselves. And that's how you can make sure your energies are staying aligned. That's how you can unleash the horsepower to really charge forward towards your goal, like this Knight of Swords. You have to set your goal and then rocket towards it. So that's what I'm seeing here, my dear group number 2s, from the tarot portion of your reading. And now I want to shuffle an oracle deck to see what additional guidance and or advice your future selves have for you at the moment, my dear group number 2s. So, and also if you do have any specific questions that you want answered by your future selves, you can hold those questions in mind as I shuffle your cards. And here we have the first card. We've got surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Exactly. I feel like I was talking about this earlier. You need to learn to let things happen for you. So perhaps You have been trying too hard. You have been really trying to push, and that's what's been keeping you trapped. And instead, when you go with the flow, you might realize that your energies are then aligning themselves, and things might just happen for you. You do not have to push so hard all the time, my dear group number 2s. I'm also hearing patience. And then we have surrender obsessive thinking. If you are obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Yeah, again, I feel like this is really emphasizing on that 8 of Swords energy. Perhaps some of you have been obsessively thinking about this other individual, about the connection, about the situation. And this is your future selves coming through to let you know that obsessive thinking does not help you. By surrendering obsessive thinking, you are clearing your mind and you're clearing your energies. You're opening yourselves up for more possibilities. And that is very important. And then we have surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. It is interesting that we have this figure here on the 8 of Swords card blindfolded, and we have this person here on the surrender denial card also being blindfolded. So perhaps it is time for some of you, my dear group number 2s, to take off your blindfolds and to see things clearly. Again, I really do feel like for some of you, you are not seeing what is right in front of you. And perhaps that's because you've been in this denial energy. Perhaps there's something that you are not willing to admit to. And your future selves are coming through to let you know that it is important for you to surrender that denial energy so that you can see things clearly, so that you can actually solve the problem. And that's what I am seeing here for you, my dear group number 2s. And I believe those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, for watching the video, for listening to the reading, and most importantly, for sharing your energies with me. It has been an absolute honor having been able to channel through all of these messages for you, my dear group number 2s. And I do hope that the reading turned out to be helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. If it did resonate for you, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up so that other people can see this reading as well. Also, please hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell so that you will get notified every time in the future when I upload a new reading. I usually upload new readings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. If you do feel comfortable sharing your thoughts, please don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I would love to see how the reading resonated for you. And also, if you have any specific reading topics that you would love to see more of on this channel, you can leave your suggestions down below in the comment section as well. Also, I have started to post a little bit more regularly on Instagram, and I would love to connect with you there. So if you do have an Instagram, don't be shy. Just you can find my Instagram information down below in the description box and just add me there. For those of you who are interested in booking a personal reading with me, I have started to offer personal readings remotely online. If you are interested, you can either send me an email. I left my email address down below in the description, or you can just DM me on Instagram, and I look forward to connecting with those of you who are interested. Again, thank you. I am sending you a lot of love, a lot of well wishes. I wish you all the best and the most fantastic life journey. And I hope to see you again very, very soon in the next reading. Bye-bye! Hey loves, if you have chosen this card with I am mindful at all times and live only within each moment I have, along with this piece of rhodochrosite, then this is going to be the reading for you today. Welcome. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to dive right in with tarot cards. to channel through your future selves and figure out what you should know about the situation that you have in mind, that you might be anxious about, that you might be worried about. So as I shuffle the cards, just keep the situation you want to ask about in your mind, and let's now channel through your future selves. For my dear group number threes, future selves, can you please come through and shed some light on the situation that my dear group number threes want to ask about, please? What should my dear group number threes know about the situation that they have in mind, that they want to ask about? Let's see here. For my dear group number threes, what's going on in this situation? All right, we've got the Five of Pentacles coming out in the upright position. Ooh. Okay. We've got the Seven of Wands coming out in the reverse. We've got the World card coming out in the upright. Let's see what else here. What should my dear group number threes know about the situation that they are currently wanting to ask about? Oops. Okay. We've got the Devil card coming out in the reverse position. And then last but not least, the Emperor card coming out in the upright. And then I am going to clarify all of these cards. Let's see, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So my dear group number three's future selves, can we please clarify the Five of Pentacles? Can we please clarify the Five of Pentacles? All right, we have the Ace of Swords coming out in the reverse position. It does feel like maybe someone has made a wrong decision that they later came to feel regretful about. Clarifying the Seven of Wands in reverse, please. Clarifying the Seven of Wands in reverse. Alright, we have the Death card coming out in the reverse. Interesting. This card actually came out for group number 2 as well. Let's see, how about the World? Can we please clarify the World card in the upright, please? We have the Page of Pentacles. How about the Devil card in reverse? We have the Three of Swords coming out in the upright and the Knight of Cups coming out in the upright. And then how about the Emperor card, please? Can we please clarify the Emperor? Clarifying the Emperor card, please. It is taking a minute for the card to come out. And now we have Justice. Okay. Beautiful. And on the back of the deck, we have the King of Cups coming out in the upright. Okay, beautiful. Love this energy. Let's now dive right into your reading, my dear group number threes. So for a lot of you out there, I do feel like someone, or maybe this could be your energy. I feel like actually for maybe the majority that this is your energy. You might have made a decision when you were under a lot of stress. Maybe you made a decision based on incomplete information, like very limited information, and you were not necessarily coming from a place where you had a very clear mind. And that's what has caused a loss of some sort. So for an example, like an easy example that I could think of might be, say you had a little bit of an extra money and you wanted to make an investment. And perhaps you did not necessarily do a lot of research. You just heard one of your friends talking about a potential investment target, and you thought that you could simply trust what this other person's been saying, and then you decided to make that investment. And because of that, you might have ended up sustaining a financial loss, because you haven't really done a very thorough research about what this investment was, and the money that's required, and how long you can see a return, etc. So it doesn't necessarily have to be financial in nature, although the Five of Pentacles can talk about financial loss or financial difficulties. This could literally be any sort of loss. It just feels to me that there might have been a rush decision that was made, or there might have been some form of a miscommunication that then led to a result that you are not very happy about. And I could also see that for a lot of you, you feel like there's no way for you to turn the situation around. With the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Death card in reverse here, I do feel like you might be facing quite a bit of resistance. You might have had already faced a lot of resistance, a lot of blockages, and perhaps you've been really trying your best to get yourselves out of this situation, and yet you've been feeling really overwhelmed. You really feel like this situation has reached a dead end, and you can't really turn things around. You can't really find a good way out. You don't know what's going to happen next, and or more importantly, you don't really know how you're supposed to handle the situation. Like, there is definitely a sense of you feeling really stuck, you feeling really frustrated by the situation here. And with the Death card being in reverse here, I also feel like this could be like you might feel like things are getting worse and worse. Here we do have repeating negative patterns as a key phrase here on the Death card in the reverse position. And perhaps you are in a place where you have all of these negative self-talks that are essentially generating even more of a negative cycle that you feel even more stuck in. Because what I'm sensing here is that you're not necessarily living in the present. I feel like your energies are very much stuck with this Ace of Swords in reverse and this Five of Pentacles. So it's like, I do feel like for a lot of you, this has already happened, but your energies are not necessarily moving forward. Now, with the card that you were drawn towards, I am mindful at all times and I live only within each moment I have. There is an emphasis on living in the moment. There's an emphasis on you being present and being connected. And yet I do feel like for a lot of you, you might be having some difficulty doing that. Your energies might have been stuck with what has happened in the past, this failure, this mistake, this loss, whatever it is, something that has caused you disappointment, something that has caused you regret. And perhaps for some of you, I would even go as far as saying that you might feel ashamed of what you've done. You might feel ashamed of what has happened. And because of that stuck energy, you're repeating all of these negative patterns. You're repeating all of these negative patterns that are keeping you even more stuck, that are stopping you from moving forward, from moving out of this place and opening up a new chapter. And I also really love the fact that we have the World card being in the center of your reading, clarified by the Page of Pentacles, because the World card can talk about the closing of a chapter. It can talk about fulfillment. It can talk about completion. And here, with the Page of Pentacles, this is a beginner. This is a newbie. This is someone who's just starting out with their journey. And Pentacles, they represent the earth energy. And it's talking about the things that we can feel, that we can touch, that we can see in the 3D, things that exist around us, things that are grounded. So I really love that these two cards came out together in the center of your reading, because I do feel like these are your future selves coming through to let you know how you can move through this current situation that's keeping you stuck. You have to let go. You have to make sure you close the old chapter. And that's how you move to this beginner's energy. That's how you manifest new things that you desire into your lives. And here, on this World card here, we do have the imagery of a snake. And whenever I see a snake, it reminds me of shedding old skins. So I do feel like for a lot of you, my dear group number 3s, your future selves are coming through to remind you to shed old skins. And it is also interesting that I believe for a lot of snakes, when they shed their old skins, their bodies, their sizes are also growing. Essentially, the old skins do not fit them anymore. And as they shed old skins, they also grow a little bit bigger. And I feel like that might be the case for many of you, my dear group number 3s. It's like the situation that has happened, even though it might have not been ideal, you need to let it go because it no longer fits you. It's no longer serving you. And by keeping yourself stuck in this old energy, in this old situation, by not letting go, by trying to hold on, you are only exhausting your own energies, and you're not using that energy to grow. When in fact, you can be redirecting these energies that you are using to hold on to the old to grow into a new version of yourselves that will then allow you to embody this Page of Pentacles energy, where you will be manifesting the things that you really want. You will be embarking on a journey towards the goal that you really want to achieve. And here, if this is talking about, if for you, you are asking about a financial situation, I also love the fact that we had financial loss in the Five of Pentacles, but we have financial opportunity here with the Page of Pentacles. So by letting go of the old, you are welcoming in new energies. You're welcoming in new opportunities. And I see this new opportunity being exactly what you are expecting. If you are looking for a new financial opportunity after a financial loss, this will be the new financial opportunity. If you are looking for new love after having had a bad breakup, this is going to be the opportunity for you to have that new love. I see whatever this is being the thing that you are wanting to manifest the most. So as you close off this old chapter, this new thing, you're creating energetic space for this new thing to come into your life. And that is very important. And as I was saying that, I saw the camera timer flash to 15:55. And repeating number fives are really emphasizing the fact that you are going through a significant change, because number five represents change in numerology. And I do feel like for many of you out there, my dear number threes, you are going through a significant change. With this world card being here, you are really closing off an old chapter. And you are embarking on a new journey, because the end is what gives way to a new beginning. You have to go through the end first before you move on to a new beginning. And then I also love the fact that we have the Devil card coming out in the reverse, clarified by the Three of Swords and the Knight of Cups here. So with the Devil card coming out in the reverse, I see that your future selves are really putting the emphasis on you breaking free from this old pattern. You are definitely recovering from this loss, whatever it is, whatever area of your life this is talking about. I see that you are essentially shaking off the chains that have been holding you down previously. You are leaving behind a toxic situation. You are leaving behind a situation that no longer serves you, and you are moving towards freedom. And that is the most important thing. And here with the Three of Swords here, I see that there might have been some sort of emotional pain, but emotional pain sometimes are necessary as we move through a very difficult situation, as we let go of old things that no longer serve us. It is normal to experience a level of pain. When we are shedding our old skins, it is normal to feel pain. It is also normal to feel almost a sense of bittersweetness, because this is the end of an era, and we are moving into a new era. And with the Knight of Cups being here, I see that this new beginning is going to be something that is very emotional fulfilling. And it's going to be like a dream come true. It's going to be just like how you imagine it. With the Page of Pentacles, I was talking about how this new opportunity coming in is gonna be that thing that you've been wanting the most. And here I feel like the Knight of Cups, this is reconfirming that this new thing is gonna grow into something that's going to be giving you a lot of emotional fulfillment, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. And there's just a really strong sense of wish being fulfilled with this heart-shaped cloud here emerging from the cup. I just feel like your heart is going to be really full. Whatever this thing is that you are manifesting into your life, it is going to give you a lot of happiness. You're really going to be enjoying it. And I see that you'll be taking your time as you embark on this new journey. Because the Page of Pentacles, this is the earth energy, and with the Knight of Cups, this is the water energy. And the earth and the water, these are the two slower moving elements within tarot compared to the swords and the wands. I see that there is a subtle shift happening here. So I do feel like for a lot of you, my dear group number threes, this might be kind of a longer process that you need to go through, but it is going to be quite significant and it's going to be very impactful. I feel like for some of you, this impact is going to last for a couple of months or even beyond that. It is going to take you some time to integrate all of these energies into yourselves, to ground all of these energies into your 3D life. But as you do all of that, you are going to feel this really great sense of fulfillment, this really great sense of achievement, because this is exactly what you want. And you really feel like you've overcome a very significant challenge for a lot of you, my dear group number threes. I do see that you emerging from the other end of the tunnel, looking back and be like, wow, I've actually gone through that. I've learned so much. And now I'm really happy where I am. And that is very, very beautiful. And with the Emperor card and the Justice card here, I do think that for many of you, you will be establishing some form of a new structure within your life, especially in this area where you previously might have made a less than ideal decision. So let's say this is about your financial situation. With this Emperor here, I see that you're learning a lot more and you're stepping up to really take the lead, to really take the initiative to change your financial situation, to instill some form of a structure in managing your personal finances, to completely change what has happened in the past. With this Emperor, this is someone who is well respected, who has experience, who has knowledge, who's not afraid of taking up leadership. And I feel like for a lot of you, you will be embodying this divine masculine energy in this particular area in your life. You will be going out there, you will be taking the lead, you will be building up things in this particular area in your life. And you will be gaining stability as well, because the Emperor is about a stable energy. So whatever instability you might have had to endure previously, I see those energies disappearing from your life, and you will be arriving at a place where you feel much more comfortable, you feel much more confident about this particular situation, this particular area in your life. And I also see that your energies, your efforts are being paid off, because justice, this is about equal give and take. This is about fairness. So for some of you, if you've been going through some form of a legal procedure, if that's part of the situation that you're asking about, I do see that you will be getting a fair result. For others of you, where no legal actions are involved, I just see that with this justice card being here, you will be gaining the recognition you deserve. You will be gaining the returns that you deserve, because you've done so much. You've put so much of your energies, you've put so much of your efforts into the situation. You've worked really hard, and you will arrive at a place where it is your time to harvest. You will arrive at a place where it's your turn to enjoy the things that you've grown, the things that you've cultivated for yourselves. And that is very, very beautiful. And I also love the fact that we have the King of Cups being the back of the deck, or the overarching energy of your entire reading, because the King of Cups, this is someone who's very in touch with their own emotions. This is someone who's mature and balanced. This is someone who can take good care of themselves, but can also take very good care of other people. They're very empathetic as well. And I do think that this King of Cups would represent your future energies. You will arrive at a place where you can fully embody the energies of this King of Cups, who's very mature, who's very balanced, who has great intuition, who has this really deep connection with their own intuition, who can make right decisions, not only based on their logic, their mind, their intellect, but also based on their intuition and their emotions, their gut feelings. There is this ultimate embodiment of mindfulness, which echoes what this card that you were drawn to was saying. I am mindful at all times. I do think that you will be growing more and more mindful in this next upcoming period of time in your life. And that's going to help you manifest what you want as well, because you will be more in tune with the subtle changes and shifts in your own energies and in the energies around you, my dear group number 3s. And now I want to shuffle one more oracle deck to see if your future selves have any additional guidance and or advice for you at this current moment, my dear group number 3s. And if you have any specific questions for your future selves, just keep those questions in mind as I shuffle. So my dear group number 3s, future selves, can you please come through to give us some more guidance and advice to answer my dear group number 3's questions for you? Oops. All right, let's see what we've got here. We have surrendered the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Very interesting. Okay, so if this is a situation that involves another person, this could be your future selves coming through to remind you that every person needs to be in charge of their own healing. If this is a situation that only involves you, my dear group number 3s, I do feel like this is your future selves coming through to remind you that you need to take care of yourselves, that you need to be accountable for your own healing. Again, there is an emphasis on you being more mindful about your life, about each moment that you have, being more grounded in the moment, being more connected. Instead of living in the past or living in the future, you need to live in the present, my dear group number 3s. And that's what's going to help you move out of this stuck energy that we were talking about. And here we have surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you might be trying to manifest something that you feel like is impossible. And your future selves are coming through to let you know that you should expect miracles. Miracles can happen. And when you are open, that's when miracles can happen for you. If you keep your energies open, that's when the universe will shower you with gifts and miracles. Also, the fact that we have dolphins here, perhaps for some of you, dolphins could be a significant spirit animal, or when you do see dolphins, that could be a sign from your future selves letting you know that you are moving closer to your goals. And last but not least, we have surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. And here we have stay in the moment again. We have I live only within each moment I have. So really, instead of feeling regretful of what happened in the past or feeling anxious about what's going to happen in the future, let go of all of that. Just make sure that you're staying grounded in the current moment. And that's one of the best ways to dispel fearful stories as well. That's one of the best ways that you can get rid of certain anxieties as well. And that is going to help you move and shift your energies forward, my dear group members. And I believe those are all the messages that I have for you today, my dear group members. Thank you so much for being here, for watching the video, for listening to the reading, and most importantly, for sharing your energies with me. It has been an absolute honor for me having been able to channel through all of these messages for you. And I really do hope that the reading turned out to be helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. If it did resonate for you, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you'll never miss a reading that I upload in the future. And please click on that little notification bell so that you'll get notified every time in the future when I upload a new reading. I usually upload new readings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Also, if you are comfortable sharing your thoughts, please leave a comment down below. I would love to see how the reading resonated for you. Also, if you have any specific reading topics that you would love to see more of on this channel, please leave your suggestions down below in the comment section as well. I have been trying to set up my Instagram platform and post more regularly over there, and I left my Instagram down below in the description. If you're also on Instagram, please don't be shy and connect with me there. Also, for those of you who might be interested in booking a personal reading with me, I have started to offer personal readings remotely online. So if you're interested, you can either email me, I left my email address down below in the description, or you can just DM me on Instagram, and I look forward to connecting with those of you who are interested. Again, thank you. I am sending you a lot of love, a lot of well wishes. I wish you all the best and the most fantastic life journey. And I hope to see you again very, very soon in the next reading. Bye-bye.